Good evening. My name is John Paul, and today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about streaming as a profession, kind of how everything works, the phenomena that exists today, so to speak, with streaming as internet faces. It's kind of a new age profession. So, in many ways, there are a lot of opportunities technology provides for current and future entrepreneurs. One of the biggest and my favorite examples is streaming. Streaming is the broadcasting of content via online platforms such as Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. The diversity of the content ranges from video games, arts and crafts, live performances by musicians, and a plethora of other categories provided by the platforms. My goal is to describe in depth what allows this phenomenon to become a possibility in today's age, what an average streamer's annual pay is, and the maintenance behind such a profession. There are many things that go into someone becoming a streamer. For example, management of social media is one of the biggest contributors to success. In order to maintain an audience, one must master the use of social media, allowing their community to go further through outreach. Another aspect is sheer entertainment. People are willing to pay for cable subscription, so why would they not fork up $4.99 a month to be entertained by a single person on a daily basis without advertisements? If you're entertaining enough, people will spend their hard-earned money to watch something at a fraction of the cost of other forms of entertainment. The production value of a stream varies depending on the broadcaster. Some have simplified overlays with basic information displayed, where others have intricate/flashy displays that put the streamer in certain setting or place, kind of like where I am right now, actually. I would beg to say that one of the most important things for a broadcaster to do is connect with their community and be transparent in everything that they do. People love to feel involved in something, and a streamer is a hub for a community to culminate and grow. There are thousands of communities on Twitch that amass the millions per broadcaster when referencing a follower base, at least. With that being said, there are a few things that a streamer needs to do in order to even start this process. For starters, a streamer must have a pretty decent computer, sometimes two computers, to deliver top quality content to their viewers. They must also have a good model of communicating with their audience while at the same time delivering entertainment value for thousands of people. This is what actually motivates most streamers to continue their work, their joy they receive from teaching others the ins and outs of video gaming and their hobbies. The streamer to viewer engagement is what makes this platform completely a new communication model, one that's of this digital age and that's unparalleled in its complexity and depth. I'll now go into a more specific explanation of a certain streamer and his overall success with Twitch. In today's modern society, streaming has become an incredibly leisurely way to connect with professional gamers, charity services, business-level sponsors, etc. Capitalizing on this growing hurricane of avid viewers, big-name companies have started to implement heavy advertisements into such streams, which I don't blame them, because the demographics for the 2016 Twitch viewers was quite literally off the charts. For example, this was 3 years ago, mind you, but the total of minutes watched in 2016 accounted to 292 billion. The $2.99, which is now $4.99 a month Twitch Prime subscription, had over 1 million redemptions. Total chat messages sent were over 14.2 billion, and $25.3 million was raised for charity. There are around 2.2 million streamers, all of which receive advertising revenue as well as subscription-based monthly checks directly from Twitch. My predictions are that these numbers are only going to go up, and along with that viewer count, more ad industry giants will take advantage of this growth. Over the years, this is bound to be surfaced more to the overall public because it's easier than TV and connects with your Amazon Prime account, since Twitch is now owned by Amazon. One of the biggest catalysts to Twitch is how easy it is to access. Its multi-platform capabilities, bound to smartphone, TV, tablet, web app on PC, or any internet browser, make it a one-click viewing portal. It's not only the companies who are taking advantage of this, there are also the streamers themselves. For example, my favorite streamer is Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest names in streaming currently. The statistics for his viewers are insane. He has 1.2 million followers and 36 million overall views. This isn't to account for his 27,500 subscribers either. Overall, I did the math, and he makes over $1 million a year if you add together with his subscriber monthly checks and advertisement revenue. This is just for someone who's playing video games for a huge audience, which he refers to as the arena, quote unquote. He is a hilarious example of how someone can modernize a service and make a huge success of himself. This is a prime example of a communication industry that is changing daily. As a whole, this is very significant to the aspect of communication because this wasn't possible years ago, nor the technology existed about 10 years ago. This evolved through a life cycle of small communities banding together to spread the word about Twitch until it eventually grew into a self-sustaining ecosystem of viewers and streamers. I would say this is a positive change, again, because it generates job opportunities for unique-minded, entertaining socialities. socialities. Excuse me. All in all, in terms of communication as a whole, this is still a very early stage of life for Twitch. It will continue to grow in terms of viewers per day, advertising revenue generated, and streamers. One day, it could potentially move towards a more channel-based TV interface, but for now, its universal access is more pliable to society. The concepts covered in class hit the mark on the governmental regulation of this content and other EULA licensing policies, just as a TV show would be. With that being said, there's a huge shift in the entertainment business today. You see many people switching from their paid cable subscriptions to other forms of entertainment such as Netflix, HBO Go, Roku, Twitch, and a plethora of other cheaper alternatives. Entertainment is everywhere, and I personally believe that Twitch will take over as one of the biggest forms of entertainment by 2025. Adding to the list of requirements a streamer must make, there has to be a congruency between what is expected and what is delivered by the streamer. This process is directly related to chatting or communication experience viewers receive when visiting a channel. If a channel has a big enough community, one that is like a self-sustaining ecosystem, viewers will flock to join to become part of such community. The communication aspect of streaming is a huge factor in the success of a streamer, a new form of communication that is futuristic and similar to that of a texting/new age communication, and emoticons as well. The reason why streaming is even a possibility is because technology has evolved to the point where it can be a vessel for creating content and broadcasting from one's own home. Streaming is a relatively fresh profession and will only continue to grow as a sustainable source of income for people who are willing to make the commitment. Unfortunately, not everyone who attempts streaming will succeed. Twitch is hyper-saturated with hundreds of thousands of streamers, which creates a bias for viewership, some of which is spread thinly across the lower 50% of the Twitch viewer base. There's a similarity to how our socioeconomic status is in the United States compared to how the viewership on Twitch works. A vast majority of the viewership is concentrated in the top 1% of broadcasters, or those who average 20,000 concurrent viewers daily. The rest of the viewers are, again, spread thin throughout the other 99% of Twitch. In conclusion, there's a number of things that allow for someone to presume streaming as a profession. It allows for instant gratification to a wide audience of viewers who are all connected through one way or another. There are still a few things that can change to allow for a more seamless experience for viewers, but I believe that Twitch is headed in the right direction to allow for such an experience. With the communication aspect, the technology, the sociological personality perspective one must have to even become a broadcaster, it is extremely hard to place this in a box. There's also a lot of behind-the-scenes work that allows for this to take place that the broadcaster must do and be fluent in to be successful. All in all, there is a perfect storm, if you will, that has to be created in order for a streamer to make it on Twitch. It is possible for anyone to do it, but there are only a unique few who can do it for a living. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoy this and your scotch as well, Greg. Have a wonderful day, man. Thank you so much for everything that you taught me.